Hey guys, welcome back. So I'm sorry, no more stories today on Tucker Carlson flame broiling his junk. We'll let you know if we have future stories in that area. But there's actually a really interesting story written by Taylor Lorenz of the Washington Post, and it really delves into like the right-wing media ecosystem, how they get this garbagey conspiracy crap to go from channel to channel and go mainstream. And she wrote about a channel called Libs of TikTok. And it was sort of a small account, but then it grew when Joe Rogan endorsed it, the guy that didn't get vaccinated and got COVID, shocker, and Glenn Greenwald, another right-wing hack. Glenn refers to himself as the, quote, godfather of this channel. I'd like to warn the channel itself, that whenever Glenn refers to himself as the godfather of something, a marriage proposal may be imminent, so keep that in mind. And when they started to share it with all their followers, it became a really big account. So Taylor wrote a story, and she exposed that it's a woman named Chaya Raichik who runs it, started it, refers to herself as an investor, a real estate investor. Donald Trump refers to himself as a real estate investor, went bankrupt 5 times, could only bail himself out with Russian money. So, it's a loose term, let's call it. And Chaya Raichik, what she did at this Twitter account is, shared COVID denialism, shared election fraud bullshit, a lot of QAnon type conspiracies. I don't know if she got into the lizard people or not. Don't know quite that much about what she did, but she also started attacking LGBTQ people and that community, made that a key point, which lets you know her connection to the broader right-wing conspiracies out there right now, because this has been something that organs of the right-wing media and the party have been doing regularly. They've been trying to equate being gay with grooming, which is another thing she's talked a lot about. Again, irony here. If you're going to talk about grooming, you may not want to have Glenn Greenwald be your godfather, the near 40-something who picked up a teenager on the beach in Rio. You might not want to be the party of Donald Trump, who has been accused of raping a 13-year-old. Incredible accusations, and I think there's 2 of them. You got Denny Hastert, who fondled wrestlers, went to prison for it. You got Roy Moore, who would call his boss move was calling up girls in trig class when they were 13 and asking them out on dates. Jim Jordan, who just couldn't hear what was going on in the shower right next to where he was sitting. Matt Gaetz, who's now being, maybe will be charged with trafficking 17-year-olds, and we go on and on. Like the Republican Party and grooming is peas and carrots. But that's what they're trying to do. Chaya has openly called that for gay teachers to have to resign on her channel. What else has she done? She's actually, here's a good one. Not only should gay teachers be fired, litter boxes are being put in schools around the country because now kids are able to say they're cats. They're able to refer to themselves that way. It's another right-wing bullshit conspiracy. Although I've got a couple cats and they live a pretty sweet life, so I don't know if this is something that we want to think about. She also was at January 6th giving a play-by-play, so she's a seditionist, insurrectionist, attacked our government, and should probably go to prison for it. But the key of all this, and I want to make sure I get it right, is, from her Twitter channel and growing sort of social media around it, Instagram, other posts like that, this is some of the justifications Ron DeSantis used for passing his Don't Say Gay bill in Florida, which I go to Key West in Springs, and next spring break I'm going to go and say gay literally every other word. But that's that he got some of his justifications from her. Tucker Carlson, of course, is running with it right now when not tanning his balls. Laura Ingraham, other Fox personalities, and other politicians. And again, so this is where it starts, right? It's a Twitter account, nobody's there, but then Joe Rogan and its godfather, good old Glenn Greenwald, come in and promoted it. So does Tucker Carlson and others, and they turn this into something, and it leads to right-wing legislation in Florida that harms gay people, and it leads to narratives out there that lead to people, marginalized communities, the LGBTQ community being attacked physically, spiritually, emotionally. This is what the right does. You should know about it. It's a really interesting piece today by Taylor Lorenz in the Washington Post. I recommend you read it, and then I recommend you take a shower afterwards.